Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of disease. Yes, I got some coffee this morning. I do have the chaga coffee every morning. I just got tired of saying the same thing. All right. Silver. Still playing the same game. Silver is no longer a retail situation. Retailers, who knows what they're doing? The U.S. Mint has pretty much slowed down to a crawl the amount of silver eagles they'll sell to humanity. Completely illegal, completely against everything that the United States stands for. But that's what you get with the Biden administration. Ventures Gibson, the head of the Mint, no experience running a mint ever. She can do it. They can print. Stamp. They can stamp out a hell of a lot of silver eagles, up to probably 4 to 5 million a month, maybe even 6 million if they utilize other mints around the world. For example, the San Francisco Mint can kick out a hell of a lot. But they aren't. And they choose not to because, number one, they're trying to protect their derivative book, which is massively underwater. Just so insane that the United States of America is probably the largest derivative holder in silver. But it's also, they can't get the physical metal. So in the retail side, it's not saying much. I don't hear many people screaming about it either. People have pretty much accepted that the U.S. Mint is no longer the number one mint in the world as far as sovereign coinage. It's just sad and bad. But we move on. The United States of America will prevail. We will take the deep state out. We will move forward in a good way. It will absolutely have to do with gold and silver, but also cryptos, and picking the right cryptos can be daunting. People ask me, well, should I have Bitcoin or gold? I would say silver. I would rather hold silver much more than Bitcoin or gold. At the moment, silver has been price suppressed for 170 years. I do see silver going into the thousands of dollars per ounce. And what's going to drive that? In industrial manufacturing, absolute necessity. They have to have silver, especially for solar. Solar is crazy to even think about without silver. Solar Power Europe says 1 terawatt of solar could be annually installed by 2028. That means every year they're going to, and they have plans, and they are working towards this. Last year they did, 442 gigawatts. So it'd be more than doubling by 2028. Last year we consumed 350 to 400 million ounces of silver, if you count it in the correct way, which Silver Institute does not. Metals Focus does not. So that would be, I think it comes out to 650 ounces of silver used by 2028 every single year. 650 million ounces. They pull out of the ground about 800 to 850. It doesn't work. The math doesn't work, and the solar manufacturers know it. China knows it. Janet Yellen knows it. Everybody knows it, except the price is not allowed to move. And the bullshit, pardon my French, that people say that companies are thrifting silver out of solar because they can, is that just that. It is bullshit. And if you hear that, they are lying, massively lying. They're using a little bit less, but not even close to on the old tier 1 solar panels, the PERC panels. But TopCon has massively more silver, and everything else that's being invented now with the manufacturing plants going in now are all high-intensity silver products. Why? Because the price of silver doesn't go up. They can buy as much as they want, physical silver, and have it delivered, and the price of silver will not move until the COMEX is shut down. COMEX is a futures and options trading exchange. There is a slight silver delivery component that those who need silver are using. They're buying on the COMEX, and they're taking delivery at the LBMA in London, supposedly. But who knows? Nobody really knows. It's a big mystery. One of the biggest mysteries I found out when I was researching solar is that nobody Nobody will tell you how much silver is used in the solar panel. The best thing I could do is to get one, have some company melt down all the pieces and parts and figure out how much silver is actually used per watt in solar. But right now, this year we'll probably do 600 million ounces, on the way to 650. I think they'll be close to a terawatt. Although, yes, the article says terawatt capacity in 2028. That's not true. 2025, that's more like it. So right now, there was these guys are saying 447 in 2023, 447 gigawatts. China is massively expanding. The United States is massively expanding. Every country on the planet is massively expanding their solar installations. You remember just a few months ago that everybody said, oh, solar's dead in America. Well, we're going to double the amount of solar installed. Oh my God, I'm so tired of idiots in the solar world. And the idiots well, they're not idiots. Metals Focus knows exactly what's going on. The Silver Institute knows exactly what's going on. So they're not idiots, they're liars, which is a problem. That is assisting in the manipulation, co-conspirators in the manipulation in the price and availability of silver. But the rest of humanity, nobody wants silver to go up. Just remember that. Nobody except silver investors want silver to go up, the price. Maybe some of the miners want the price to go up. But absolutely not the big guys. They know what happens. That's taking out the financial systems of the world, which may be being taken out right now. Right now, the music just stopped. Japan banking giant Norinchikin, I'll get this right, Norinchikin, to liquidate $63 billion in treasuries and European bonds to plug massive unrealized losses. As we know, the U.S. banks, all banks are sitting on massive unrealized losses. With the increase in interest rates, it's just shocking, and there's no way out. They are done. The question is, when is the big guys going to fail? And this is a massive bank. And remember, all banks are interconnected between other banks. So you have one big guy fall, all the big guys fall. All the big guys fall, you have everything fall. No checking account, no savings account, no 401k, no stock market, no bond market. It would be everything. That's what the consequences of a, quote, too big to fail bank is. The consequences are everything's over. And it doesn't matter how much you print, you can't revive the corpse. Speaking of the corpse, has anybody taken a look at Joe Biden lately? I feel so bad for the guy, even though he's the most evil human being on the planet. One of the most. The things he's done to children, it just gives me shivers down my spine. So, no, I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for older people that lose functionality, and that's where he is. All kinds of stuff. There he is, head bumping the Pope. Don't even get me started on the Pope. All right. Where were we? Let's go back to where we were. So, yes, the price of silver is at $30. Screaming buy. Physical, in your own possession. Mining companies, forget about it. Mexico is going to be the first to nationalize. I'm sorry. Would you allow, after being abused for so long, do you think the Mexican people or the Mexican government would allow any foreign ownership of their assets in the ground when the banks collapse? Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. No country is going to be allowing other people to pull their wealth out. And most, like these big mining companies, have mining operations in Mexico. They've already talked about banning open pit mining in Mexico. But when the banks fail, everything changes. Absolutely everything changes. It will be extremely interesting. And yes, we do live through it in our lifetime. If we live more than a couple years from now, who knows how long this will take. To get over it, I don't think we'll ever get over it. It will move to something different. Probably high-tech related, because that's the only way we can get through this. So maybe it's the right time for AI to poke its head up and say, hey, I can do all these chores that without a banking system, how are you going to do it? So we will see. On that front, Bitcoin's been pulling back a little bit. It's still at $65,000. People always tell me, I'm going to keep Bitcoin. I'm not going to mess with the altcoins. That's fine. Go for it. Absolutely. You're going to miss out on the most important thing going on in cryptos, and that's new blockchain technologies being introduced into the way we live. And we need that. With the banks fail, we need a new way to live. And it won't be the old way. So Bitcoin, yeah. If you like Bitcoin, go for it. If you're really looking for a store of value, Bitcoin's not going to change the world. The things that are built off the blockchain will change the world and will be much more important than Bitcoin. And the number one pick for me is definitely Theta, by far. Look at that. Up almost 10% today. It just got down too low, as I screamed yesterday. I put out for private road members at Road to Ruta. If you aren't on the Road to Ruta, by the way, become a private, at least a public road member. We give you free public road updates. Yesterday, you would have benefited. I put out a buy cry for Theta and Theta Fuel, and all of a sudden it's up 10%. That's great. So sign up. It's free. Put your name and email in there, and then if you want more, you go to the private road, and we're currently giving away 5 Theta, 50 T Fuel, and 50 T Drop. This will end. This will end tomorrow night. We are moving back to one of our must-have cryptos, Veritasium. Veritasium has been slammed lately. Reggie Middleton is getting sued by probably the deep state. They're trying to get his patent. They're trying as hard as they can. Reggie has been the most abused guy in crypto for so long because he invented a way to get rid of the banks, the middleman, peer-to-peer transactions, the stock market, the bond market. All could be run off the patented Reggie Middleton technology. And right now, I think the technology is now in the name of his company, Veritasium. I don't know why that was required. He does have a fundraising drive. I highly recommend pitching in a little bit. He doesn't need the money. He's got $1 trillion asset he holds, but he does need the support from the community. By telling a judge, hey, judge, you guys are trying to throw me in jail, and the people I'm supposed to have hurt, the holders of Veritasium, they're all pitching together to try to bail me out. Is there such thing as a victimless crime? I don't know. It's complicated. But so starting it would be starting tomorrow night. So the last chance to get your Theta family of tokens, and then we're going to one Veritasium token with every subscription on the private road. So I do think everybody should have at least one Veri if you have any crypto at all. And Cliff High does have that Veritasium going to 1-to-1 with Bitcoin. So that's a big jump from where it is. Cliff didn't have much to say in the beginning for Theta. It was odd. And I'm jumping up and down, and Snippy's jumping up and down saying, come on, Cliff, what about Theta? What about Theta? And he, his original concept, whether he didn't know much about it and he hadn't looked it up at all. He's like, no, you can't do video streaming on the blockchain. And that's not what Theta was. You can be a content delivery network on the blockchain. You can assist in AI. AI is going to be so important for our future, and it's got to be wielded correctly. I had a customer say, hey, Bix, why do you like Theta when they're partnered with like some deep state actors like Google and Samsung and companies that we know are out to destroy humanity? Well, Twitter was out to destroy humanity. Remember that? Remember, Twitter, oh my God, they're out to destroy, the United States elections. It's the management. It's not the tool. It's the management, and how the management of that company, that tool, how we manage AI will be the most important thing. But like every new invention, it can be used for good or evil. That atomic bomb, for example, you can make real clean, nice energy easily and cheaply with it. But the bad side is you can create nuclear bombs. You can have meltdowns. So there's good and bad to everything, a yin and yang. I'm not worried about Google. I'm pretty sure the management will be replaced. Google runs some things that are absolutely 100% necessary for our high-tech future. So I think, like Twitter, the Google management will be replaced when the deep state is taken out, which is on the way. So where is Theta right now? Yep, up 9% because it went too low, basically. Everybody should have some Theta, and we're currently giving away some Theta for private road memberships, so check that out. T-Fuel is going to be the real interesting thing. T-Fuel is the money of the Theta system. The Theta token that's the thing that manages the blockchain. T-Fuel is the money of the Theta community, all the Theta products, like, for example, sharing broadband with humanity. Why build all these 5G towers if you can just share broadband? Or build new massive infrastructure in China and Africa and all over the world if you can just share the infrastructure that's available right now? Everybody has extra broadband capacity. Everybody has extra hard drive capacity. Everybody has extra computing power. And Theta invented a way, patented ways, lots of patents, to tap into that to pay you in T-Fuel as you share what you have available on your electronic devices, your smart TVs. So yeah, it's going to be so big, I can't even tell you. It'll be beyond. This has been going on for a long time. All the psychics and the remote viewing guys, everybody's like Theta, 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 Theta. But T-Fuel, I think, over the next 6 months will perform even better than Theta because it is being implemented in the AI use. And right now, yeah, it's just AI. I think AI, NVIDIA. What does NVIDIA do? They make these massively fast graphics processors that everybody wants for AI. Well, Theta invented a way to link all these computers together to make an even faster solution. How about linking all the NVIDIA chips on every computer out there together on the Theta network? And that way you're pulling the power from all of that. I can't even imagine how much computing power will be accessed through the Theta method of computer sharing. And storage. And yes, you can store something in a shard, which is a piece of code broken off and stored on someone's computer. No one will be able to get it because there's nothing there. It's just a piece of that code. You have to have the private key to put all the pieces together. That's how we're going to be able to store our data on other people's computers. It's just a little slice of code. And then having the private key gives you the ability to bring everything back into the original item that was stored. And this is all high-tech stuff. I get it. I know. I'm a huge advocate for Silver #1, but you also want to be involved in the future because you can't just sit there with Silver and wait. You got to be involved in the future if you want to live through this, really. If you aren't involved in the high-tech part, you will be left behind so fast, especially with the coming chaos. Yeah, you'll have your Silver, so you'll survive, but you'll thrive if you're involved in the future. The future is decentralized everything, blockchain everything. No longer have voting. Voting is going to go on the blockchain. The U.S. Postal Service invented a voting technique on the blockchain that they had patented in 2016, a couple of months before the election, and they decided not to use it. It's still there, though. So keep that in mind. All right, those are my challenges and exciting times. Crazy, but exciting. And I think this is gigantic. Where is it? The liquidation of $63 billion in treasuries. That's a big liquidation. And there are many big banks to come. Keep an eye out for 3-day weekends. We got one coming up with, July 4th is coming up. Although I think we'll get some banks failing that weekend because it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't think the banks are open on Friday. They might be. Definitely in September, that will be the last stand for the banking cabal. In my opinion, between now and then, there's plenty of ways to get yourself into the action. Buy a lot of physical silver. Get your hand on some good cryptos. So that's what I got for you today. If you want to join the private Road to Road to Ruta, go to roadtoruta.com. Click on subscribe today. I have also posted, if you click on affiliates at Road to Ruta, it'll show you how to buy Theta and the Theta tokens through Caleb and Brown. So go affiliates, Caleb and Brown, and there you go. I just had posted a discussion with Jake Boyle of Caleb and Brown, how to get cryptos, how to work with Caleb and Brown. Go check that out. Again, you go to affiliates, then Caleb and Brown, and listen to that discussion. And you can click on that link and get extra perks. They'll move you right to the front of the line if you say you're from Road to Ruta. So go check that out. That's what I got for you today. Again, we're currently giving away until tomorrow night. So until the 20th, Thursday the 20th, we'll be giving away 5 Theta, 50 T Fuel, and 50 T Drop. If you want the Theta tokens, now's the time to get them. We're going to stop giving those away at midnight Pacific time tomorrow night. And then Friday, we're going to start giving away Veritasium, 1 Veritasium token. This is with every private road renewal or subscription. And just stick it, a little piece of paper. It's a paper wallet. Stick it in your safe with your silver, and you're good to go. This is Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. I'll talk to you later.